Well, hi everybody, Mindy here. Today is Saturday, it's June 24th, and the trading week ended yesterday at 4 p.m. and it's Saturday morning, and I'm just now doing the Friday video. So sorry it's a day late, but you'll also see that it's $1 short. Okay, I had a very unusual week. It was actually a wonderful week because we made some pretty significant headway with the programming this week for the new Magic EA that's going to be almost completely automatic. And that was a really good thing because that has been my priority the last few weeks since the programmer is having time to work on it now, and we're trying to do that as fast as we can, but it's going to be some very significant changes to the Magic EA, all of which I think that you will love. But my priority this week was not only working on the programming, but also I had to change internet services. The internet service that I had where I'm currently located was really just horrific. And a couple of days this week, it was out, completely out for, almost an entire day at a time. And so I was fighting internet issues, which I've been fighting for weeks, but this past week it was just awful. But the good news, the really great news is that I was moved up on the schedule to get an installation of fiber optic internet where I'm currently located, and so we finally got that installed on Thursday, which means I lost another day this week to moving furniture and tearing down computers and putting them back together to get the new internet in, and it is wonderful. It's lightning fast, and that does make a difference. When you're Forex trading, the quality of your internet service really does make a huge difference. Now, the download speeds are important, right? But what everybody fails to understand is that when you're using your local computer, your computer at your home, the best way to get good entries when you want them and have as little slippage in your trade entries and trade exits as possible, the upload speed is really what's most important. And with most internet services, your download speed might be really good. It might be some high number, but your upload speed will be some slow number and some small number. And with fiber optic, or at least the one that I have here, the upload speed is just as fast as the download speed. And that's important because when your computer is trying to send your trade order to the server at the broker, right, which you make an order on your local computer, for that to actually transact, that message has to get to the broker server where the trades are actually transacted. And so upload speeds are very, very important, and it's something that most people don't think about. But anyway, I've got my new fiber internet, and my upload speeds are as lightning fast as my download speeds, and I really believe that in the coming weeks that will make a big difference in the quality of the trades that we get, and most importantly, when we get out of trades, okay? Because if we want to close a trade and our internet upload speed is really slow, by the time that message gets to the broker server and the transaction actually takes place, it can cost you sometimes several pips. Sometimes not so much, depends on how fast the market's moving at the time, but it is very important. And so anyway, got all that taken care of this week. So what that means is that when we look at our results for this week, they're very, very disappointing because a good part of the week, most of the week, the EA was not trading at all, wasn't even turned on. And so, anyway, for the week of June 18th to June 24th, which is today, that encompasses all of the trades that transacted last week. I only had one trade, okay? Now, there are still 4 open positions. The one that we got last week and 3 that are, from the previous week. However, there's 2 really old trades, one from last week and another one from this week. So there are currently 4 open positions in the account. And of course, then there are a lot of hedges and quick fix levels that go up to hedge at level 3. And then there's quite a few trades that I made manually that I have also hedged. So the account hasn't really changed. It's pretty much in the same situation it's been in for about 4 weeks now. But anyway, we only had one trade that closed the entire week, and that was a new trade in the account. And then there was one other new trade that opened that is still there. And then I did 0 manual trades again this week because honestly, trading that account this week was not my priority. My priority this week was getting the new internet service installed and working with the programmer on the changes and updates to the Magic EA. So those are my priorities, and it certainly showed in the results for this week. Okay, so this week we made $19.98 off of one closed position, which doesn't even register 1%. It's like not even a fifth of 1% when you consider the profit against the $10,000 initial balance in the account, right? And so when we look at the history for this week, I'll just go ahead and do the custom period again so you can see I'm really not kidding. What we have is going from June 18th to today, which is the 24th. What we see for the entire week is just the one trade. Okay, so anyway, is it good news, bad news week? I think the good news definitely overrides the bad news. Okay, the bad news is didn't make much in the Forex account, but life is like that. Sometimes you don't. But the good news is we're really making some significant headway with the new EA. So anyway, I'd like to invite you to go to my website. If you have ever any questions about anything that I'm doing, you can email me. My email address is right up here at the top of my website. It's mindyyost@kc.rr.com. And you can read all about the Magic EA, and you can order it if you'd like. To order the Magic EA, I have a 30-day demo where you can run the Magic EA as it is right now for $100. And actually, what I do with that, if your 30-day demo expires, I'll give you another one. Because most people do want to test it for more than 30 days. They want to make sure that it's working for them before they buy a license to run it on a live account. Okay, now the thing is, when the new programming is finished, these prices will go up because the EA is going to be much more profitable than it already is. Now, over time, what you find with the Magic EA is when it's all said and done, the Magic EA typically generates, on average, over time, somewhere between 1% and 2% per trading day, okay, which means that over the course of a year, you're going to have, let's say, 2% times 225 trading days, which is about how many trading days there are. That's a 500% increase in your account over the course of a year, right? And so you have to remember that when we have weeks like we've had this past week and the week before, and some of these other weeks where we made almost nothing in the account, you have to remember that that's being offset by these weeks where we did 40% and 58%, 97%, 93%, you know, so it all averages out. Okay, so with the new programming, I'm expecting that those average daily profit numbers will probably at least double, maybe more than double. So with the new programming, I think what we'll be looking at, of course, I'll be able to tell you more after we've tested it in its final new version, but I expect the daily profit average over time to be somewhere between 4 and 10%. And I'm not exaggerating. Okay? I'm really not. So, but I can't promise that right now, but that's what our expectation is. And I think we're going to get there. Could even be better than that, but we won't know till the time comes. But we're getting very, very close now. And I'm hoping that I can have the programming finished in about another week. That will give me about a month, I think, to test it here with my staff, myself and my staff. And it'll probably be ready to go on the market in about a month and a half, maybe 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks from now. So I'm getting very, very excited about that. Okay, so anyway, that's all I really have to tell you about today. Be sure to come to my website, mindyyost.com. I try to answer every email. Sometimes one might slip through because I do get about 300 emails a day. But yeah, if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to email me, and I'll make my very best effort to answer your questions. So happy trading, everybody. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.